Well, good morning. Welcome to Debbie's Back Porch. So glad to have you with us. You know, one of the hardest times to eat low carb is between dinner and bedtime when you're looking for a snack. So I often make fried cheese wedges. Yes, this is just fried cheese. So simple, I almost didn't make a video, but I thought, why not? There are a couple of ways to make this. This is the easiest. I'm going to show it to you now, and I'll make another before too long, next video. To get a notice of that, be sure to subscribe and click the little bell icon at the top right, and you'll get a notice when I post new videos. And hey, if you think about it, give us a thumbs up. Now let's make something yummy. So I went to the store to get my favorite queso blanco fresh, and look what was on the front, and I said, wow, I haven't done that in years. So I think I'll make a video of that. I love fried cheese. Most everybody likes fried cheese. And there are a lot of different ways to do it. And you can do some version of it with many different kinds of cheese. I like this for cheese dip, for the queso blanco dip. And I like it best for this kind of fried cheese. I often use goat cheese too, that I make myself. So we're just going to slice this. I purposely bought the rectangle instead of the hoop. And I think that I have maybe cut that one a little bit too thick. So I'm going to start measuring, you know. Can't eyeball this. And you want to cut them about a 1/2 inch thick. And yeah, I got that one just a little bit over 1/2 inch. So I'll kind of measure the rest of them. And you know, if you like it puffier and softer, you can do it bigger. But a 1/2 inch gives you a fried cheese wedge that's just a little bit crispy. And it gets good and hot all the way through. And I'm only going to use about half of this cheese tonight. And I'm going to make dip with the rest of it. But, you know, a little secret here. I bought 2 packs because I also want to make some lovely cheese dip. You know, there's just nothing quite like the cheese dip you get in a Mexican restaurant. And I don't eat peppers. I don't eat anything hot. Not too hot. I like a little red pepper flakes, but I don't eat jalapenos, the hot kind. So when we go to our favorite Mexican restaurant, see, now I'm just going to cut this across to make wedges. When we go to our favorite Mexican restaurant, I order the cheese dip with no jalapenos, and they're happy to do that. So I'm going to make a video shortly on how to make the dip, and then you can add the jalapenos if you like. So we're going to cut this in the wedges. And this is about all the prep there is. This is easy, doesn't make a big mess. I've got 1 cast iron skillet that I'm going to use, and the plate that I serve it on. And I'll be really honest, if I weren't making a video, I might just put them on a paper towel. So I'm going to meet you at the stove. So I have here my 8.5 inch Lodge square pan. And I have a little olive oil, and you see how hot I have it. I just put a couple of drops of water and they popped right up. You don't want this on high heat. You want it a little bit higher than medium heat. And you see I did no other prep. I just sliced the cheese, and I'm going to put them in here. This is not a huge pan, so I'm only going to cook 4 at a time because I don't want to crowd them. With a regular 10-inch skillet, you could probably cook them all. But this is enough to show you how it's done. So this is quick. This will be about 30 to 45 seconds on one side, and then I'll show you how to test. It's been about 30 seconds, and to test it to see if it's time to turn it, you just gently put the turner under it, and if it lets go, if it's not stuck to the pan, it's time to turn it. I had them a little bit too close there. And I'm going to take that little piece out because it'll get smoky. Just slide it under gently and flip it. And you can do it on the sides too, but it's not necessary. And flip it. Let me get another angle. I always get my hand between you and the food. I'm trying to be more conscious of that. So there you go. These brown pretty quickly. I'm going to do about 30 to 45 seconds on that side, and then I'll flip them over. I'll just let you watch this whole thing and not pause. See how quickly this goes. When you see them sizzling like that, you know they're getting brown on the bottom. The thing about frying, especially in cast iron, is don't ever turn it until it's ready to let go, until it will slide on the pan. That's true for this. It's true for breaded food. It's true for pan-seared food. You want to let it get a little crust before you flip it, and that way it seals the flavor in and the moisture. So we're going to flip this one over. Should have gotten my fork. There you go. And flip it. And you see those are nice and brown. That's the one that was a little bit thicker. You can tell the difference as it's cooking. See, I've poked it a little bit and now it slides. Let me separate that. So this is basically all there is to it. Just flip them over. So that was about 45 seconds total on the first side, 30 and 15. I actually don't have a timer going, I'm estimating, but you can see this was quick. So I'm going to take these up and put them on a paper towel, and then I'll fry the other 4, and then I'll plate them up, and that's all there is to it. I'll be right back. And this is what we have, and I have a little picante sauce that I love, a little salsa, and you can pick it up and dip it. You have to just let them cool just a little bit. They cool off pretty quickly, but you want to eat them while they're warm. Oh, that's so good. And look at that soft, creamy cheese in the middle. So you have that little bit of crunch when you bite in, and then you have that creaminess. You get a different texture inside with aged cheese. This is a fresh cheese. And so it stays creamier inside. But I think, I have never done it with cheddar. I've only done this with fresh cheeses. I've done it with goat cheese. And if you want to use a fork, you can use a fork. But this is a thinner one. You can see the difference here. And these actually crunch when you bite them. And I know, let me just say this. I know, this doesn't make an attractive plate, but it makes a lovely dinner. Appetizer, snack. You really have to try this. If you like cheese, you're going to love this. Thank you for joining us on Debbie's Back Porch. Hope to see you again tomorrow.